Okay, so I am tasked to discuss to you the hemodynamics of valvular heart disease. But then I realized before doing so, I'd rather we discuss first about the basics of the normal hemodynamics of the heart. As we all know, for blood to flow through the chambers, you'd have to have an adequate gradient to have blood flow from the RA to the RV to the PA and so on. And when blood flows, there would be pressure changes or pressure gradient. Okay. So as a review, we all know that there would be electrical activity before mechanical activity. After a P wave, you would be expecting. Okay, so the dotted line here is the atrial pressure. You would see that right after the P wave of the ECG, you would note an A wave. Okay, so this is during diastole. After QRS, there would be ventricular systole. Therefore, when you go to the ventricular pressure, there is going to be an increase in the pressure up until it reaches to a point where it's going to be higher than the aorta. Hence, there would be valve opening of the aorta. You would notice that the aortic pressure at this point is equal to the LV pressure because physiologically it serves as one chamber because the aorta, the aortic valve is open. So again, you'd have to remember that during systole, the aortic pressure and the LV pressure is the same if there's no pathology. After the T wave or repolarization, there would be LV relaxation. Therefore, there would be a decrease in the pressure in the LV. Hence, there would also be a decrease in the pressure in the aorta up until it reaches a point where the aortic valve closes. At this point, the aortic pressure would decrease. It would decrease in just a bit because of the systemic vascular resistance. However, the LV pressure would decrease further up until it reaches where it becomes lesser or almost equal to the atrial pressure. Thus, the mitral valve now opens. During diastole, the mitral valve is open, hence there would be physiologically one chamber. Considering the opening or considering the open mitral valve, there would be equalization of pressure of the LE pressure and the LV pressure. Okay, so yun yung tatandaan nyo. Pag open yung valve, yung magkatabing chamber bukas, equal yung pressure. So ibig sabihin nun, pagka, ano to ha, I'm gonna discuss only the left side, pero practically pareho din naman sa right side. So during systole, aortic valve is open, therefore, the aortic pressure and the LV pressure is equal. During diastole, the mitral valve is open, therefore, ito siya. Napapansin nyo naman nag-overlap. Therefore, during systole, the atrial pressure and the LV pressure is equal. JVP is yung waveform ng JVP is almost the same as the atrial pressure. Why? Because there's no valve in between. So again, it's connected. So it's sort of one chamber lang ulit siya physiologically. Okay, this is what I am telling you about. By this time, we all know this by heart, supposedly as cardiologists. So, huwag niyo kakalimutan to. Again, just to reiterate, notice the notice the mean RA pressure is equal to the diastolic RV pressure. Why? Kasi during diastole, open nga yung mitral valve or yung tricuspid valve. Now, the RV would equal that of the peak systolic pressure of the PA. Why? Because the pulmonic valve is open during systole. And then, its diastolic pressure would equal that of the wedge pressure, which would equal now the mean pressure of the LA. So, nakukuha niyo ma-connect na ha? And then, the LA pressure now, the mean LA pressure now would equal that of the diastolic pressure of the LV. Okay? And the systolic pressure of the LV would equal that of the systolic pressure of your aorta. Okay. So this is the typical tracing that we usually see sa mga practicals natin. This is again the LV pressure curve. So note, it has to be brisk upstroke, tapos brisk din yung pagbaba. The LA pressure would have a wave, which is what? A wave for atrial contraction. Atrial contraction, so, mechanical is different from the, kasi baka minsan malilito tayo dun, sabihin mo it's equivalent to the P wave. No, P wave comes first. So just right after P wave, dun ka pala magkakaroon ng A. So kung magdodrawing ka ng cardiac cycle, hindi mo siya ipagtatapat. So right after lang. And then, there would be the C wave, which is mitral valve closure. Okay, so it's actually early systole siya. And then the V wave is but it's mostly, it increases. Actually, yung filling ng atrium is dito. Okay, kasi ganito, just imagine ha, sa LA muna tayo, isipin nyo na sa LA kayo. Pag sa LA, mag-atrial systole, which is equivalent to kung sa cardiac cycle, diastole yun, di ba? So, right before the left end diastolic, magkakaroon ka ng A wave. So, ang A wave, part pa rin yun ng diastole, pero sa late phase na ng diastole. Okay? Once na mag-contract yung ventricle mo, mag-close ngayon yung mitral valve. Once it closes, magkakaroon ng bump. Kasi hindi pressure, tataas ng konting pressure niya, so magkakaroon ng C wave. Okay? At that point, sarado na si mitral valve. At that point then, halos empty na rin si LA kasi nag-contract na siya. So during that time, during the systole actually, which is gonna be the atrial diastole na, magre-relax na si atrium. Kaya siya magkakaroon ng descent dito, which is the X descent. So magkakaroon siya ng negative pressure, magkakaroon na ng filling. As it fills up, tataas na ulit yan ngayon. This one. Tapos pagtaas ng ganyan, tama-tama din, it's the ventricular systole. So magbabump siya ulit, which is now the V wave in the LA. Okay, so yun yung sa systole ng atrial waveform. Okay, so again, at this point, there's going to be opening of the mitral valve, di ba? Yung pagkakakwento kanina. So once it opens, babagsak ulit yung pressure ng LA. Why? Because magkakaroon na sudden gush ng blood from the LA to the LV. So pagsakaan yun, which is going to be your Y descent. Okay, so nasa diastole ka na ulit. Tapos unti-unti na naman yung tataas kasi as the LV fills up, mas tumataas na naman yung pressure sa LA until mag-atrial contraction na yun. So ganoon lang yun. Meanwhile, sa LV, of course, during systole, there's going to be erratic upright. Relaxation, bababa na yan. Tapos dire-diretso lang siya. Tapos, again, kaya nagkakaroon din actually ng A-bump yung diastole ng LV because of the atrial kick. Tapos dito, later on, we'll discuss kung bakit nagkakaroon ng S4 because of the atrial systole against LV hypertrophy. Okay? This now is the aortic pressure. Okay, the aortic pressure normally doesn't have to go down yung normal diastole natin because of the normal peripheral resistance. Okay, but then again, during systole, sumasabay yun or nahahatak ng LV waveform. This is the LV volume. This just knows that during diastole, the LV fills up. During systole, mababa yung volume and eventually fills up again. With regards to the LA volume, during atrial systole, or that's the end diastolic phase, you would have decrease in the LA volume because of the atrial contraction. And then, habang close yung mitral valve, as I have said kanina, tataas na naman yung volume. So, this is during the systole, ng ventricular systole, tataas yung volume ng LA, and so on and so forth. This one just shows where to auscultate. You know that when you want to auscultate the aortic valve, pulmonic valve, and the tricuspid and mitral.